Do you feel like fully accepted in the
I
industry
mean,
as foreigners?
K-pop became a very global thing.
Yeah.
So I don't see any problems in English lyrics.
I don't
Yeah.
see anything negative about foreign members being in a Korean K-pop group.
Korean companies invited us.
Exactly.
So they invited us. So I
Right.
guess they're fine with this. So when I came, like, there was nobody that I could talk to.
Oh no.
Nobody.
Our producer, he could speak some English, so he
Oh.
worked really hard for us. I think he studied English for us.
Really?
K-pop is huge in India. We went to India for the first time and had a show. The reaction of the crowd was like, wow.
What about in Russia?
You have to be prepared that all your life is going to consist of your job. We have zero free time. We have zero personal time. And I'm not saying in a bad way because
Bringing Korea one slice closer to the world with extraordinary and fun toppings. Welcome to the Korean Pizza Club, KPC. I'm your host, David Kim, and we have some extra special guests in the studio today. Exin!
Ready, action.
Yeah, 하나, 둘, what? Yeah, 하나, 둘, 셋, synchro.
Who goes first?
Only it's my first time hearing only from her.
Okay.
Hello, this is Noah from Action. Nice to meet you guys.
Hello, Nova. Yes.
Hi, this is Aria from Exin. Hi.
Aria, yes. Thank you for coming into the studio.
Thank you for
it's-
inviting us.
They apparently enjoy listening to podcasts, and also they've been to a lot of interviews, which I've already seen as well.
Oh.
But apparently, this is their first podcast ever. So
Right.
it's a real big honor to have you guys here
So
on Korean
excited.
Pizza Club today. Well, you guys gave us a little brief introduction, but let's get a little bit more in depth. So tell us about your group, what kind of music you do, and all that kind of stuff.
So we are a 5-member international K-pop girl group. We have members all around the world. We have 3 Korean members, 1 Indian member, and I'm a Russian member. Yeah, so for you guys it may be a little bit like unusual, but I feel like that gives our group, our team very special colors, you know?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I've seen you guys on the news all everywhere. Like,
Really?
it's like people were saying like the truly global group, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, what is the meaning of Exin?
Well, actually came up with the word. It was actually EXIN. Initially, it was EXIN, which means furthermore in Latin.
Oh,
So when we were like deciding on group names, I just came across this word and I thought it was really cool. So I just told that to our company, and then they thought like, oh, it was really cool, and then yeah.
wow. Wait. So Aria, you're saying you came up with the
That's right.
name? Whoa.
We had like a brainstorm all together, but
Uh-huh.
eventually her idea was the best, so we like decided, oh yeah, that's
Wow.
that's
And
it.
did all the members
Yeah,
were they
yeah.
happy with it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
everybody was
Okay,
happy.
okay. Tell us a little bit more about like your songs. What kind of songs and albums have you had so far?
So like we had our pre-debut song "Who Am I," then we debuted with our title track "Keeping the Fire."
Big hit,
recently-
right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Got viral, yeah.
Oh, and recently we've had like our first mini album, which is called Synchronicity, and the title track is called Synchronize.
Mhm.
We also have one B-side song, Cat and Tiger, and one more is called Gobina in Korean, and the English version is called Close My Eyes. So I guess we can, how should I describe our music style? I guess it's more on the crush and powerful side,
Oh.
but we try like showing different versions of accent, different styles. For example, the Gobina Close My Eyes song is more on the softer side, as well as Who Am I. So yeah, we're always open to something new, and I guess we can like evolve our music genre in future too.
Oh, wow, great. That was a
Yeah.
very thorough explanation. Thank you, Nova. Aria, so far, what do you think your biggest achievement has been in like music?
Achievement.
Yeah, in K-pop.
So I guess achievement lesson like
Anything. Yeah. Your personal or like, views or ranking.
for me personally, my achievement would be hearing compliments from my family.
Mm.
So like they acknowledge me. They're like
So sweet.
They're like, we know you worked so hard, and we really acknowledge it. I could hear that from them after debut, and also getting acknowledgement and love from people all around the world. I think that's the biggest achievement for me.
True. Yes, we are seeing that on Twitter and on social media a lot. Well, speaking of K-pop, the K-pop world, let me get into your like personal stories. So I want to ask you guys in particular, how did you first become interested in K-pop, and what inspired you to become like a K-pop idol?
Like for me, I guess I already told this story. I think it's very funny personally. I think like this. So of course, when I was like on my teen years, younger, K-pop was becoming very, very popular, but I never actually had a big interest in it. I was like, oh, somebody does some music there. Oh, I guess it's fun, but I never like listened to it a lot. Actually, I've listened to Gangnam Style.
Gangnam Style. Yeah, I mean, that's how everybody enters,
Yeah,
right?
that was the first thing.
Not gonna lie.
Yeah, but after this, it kind of like just disappeared somewhere.
Right.
And then so my friends were into K-pop. I wasn't really. And then I suddenly got into K-beauty.
K-beauty.
Yeah, I just like was watching some Korean skincare videos or like Korean fashion sometimes. I was like really, oh, it looks really cool. Like the Korean beauty and like Western beauty is very different, so it was very interesting for me. Yeah, I was watching it a lot, and then YouTube algorithm just kind of gave me K-pop. It's like, here you are.
You might like this as well.
Check it out. I'm like, oh, should I watch it? Should I watch it? And then I just like, I guess it was Blackpink somebody Param. I guess this was the first music video I like actually watched, and so like I was like, oh.
Oh, so that's pretty much a while ago. Like that's like 2000.
It wasn't like
right
after
comeback?
the comeback. It was just it was a debut, anyways. So it was just like random video popping up in my recommendations. I just watched it.
Oh, so basically what you're saying is the YouTube algorithm brought you to K-pop.
Thank you, YouTube.
Your job now, your
Thank
career.
you.
Are you not supposed to like pay them or something?
Right.
Well,
you're on YouTube right now as well to a different audience. So like that's amazing. Yeah, we all actually I'm a YouTuber myself, so we all owe YouTube a little bit to our lives. Okay, Aria, what about you? What's your story?
For me, I think for me also my first ever K-pop song would be Gangnam Style. Gangnam Style was massively popular in India. Like,
really?
I mean, still there are like no birthday parties or like New Year parties without Gangnam Style playing.
What?
Exactly.
You have Gangnam Style on birthday parties?
Exactly.
That
And
is
it's
so
really fun.
weird.
It's insanely popular. Like, if you go to any parties in India, you will hear Gangnam Style.
What?
So I was once in this very traditional restaurant, and suddenly, Oppa Gangnam Style. And I was like,
that's crazy.
Where am I?
Well,
so it's Gangnam Style is like very popular in India, and that was like the only K-pop song I knew at that time. And around like 2017, early 2017, I was just watching TV, and suddenly it was a channel where they often showed like pop music videos. I often like watched pop music videos, but suddenly somebody started singing in a different language, and I was doing something. I was like, huh? And then the music was really good, and then I saw they were dancing very good as well. I was like, wow, this is cool. This sounds cool. And then I looked it up, and I like got to know they were like BTS Sunbinnim, and it was Blood, Sweat and Tears by BTS Sunbinnim. And then when I saw it, I used to be an actress, so I could see them like they had a storyline and they're acting, but also at the same time they're singing and dancing, which I also like. I really like singing and dancing as well. So everything combined, and the production, high quality production, I was like, wow, this is cool. So it would be amazing if I could, do it someday. So I think that was what brought me into K-pop.
Wow, that is amazing. I'm so proud. And I'm so like, you guys were introduced to the best of the best, like Blackpink and BTS, like, who couldn't resist that pull, right?
Actually, I suddenly got flashbacks. I swear, I didn't prepare this thing. I just suddenly remembered one thing.
Yeah.
There was the graduation party from primary school that I have. So I was like very, very young.
Don't tell me they played Gangnam Style.
Gangnam Style again.
How old was I? I don't remember. Anyways, it was the graduation party, and I was like, this very calm and very, smart student who's like never parties. I'm like very serious, I was that type of kid. I never.
Really?
So we had like the party in the end of this graduation ceremony, and like I didn't dance because I'm like smart. I'm like a smart
She
kid.
flicked her hair right now for the audio listeners.
Yeah. So I didn't dance, and then suddenly it was Gangnam Style. It was like the almost the end of the night, and I was like, okay, I should. That's my time. And so I started.
I mean, I think it's so funny because even in India, the like final these showstopper song is always Gangnam Style.
What?
That's
Exactly.
insane.
Wait, are we talking in 2023? Like that's a 2012 song.
you could still listen to Gangnam Style
Oh
for
my
in
God.
parties in India.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
And so my teacher looked at me like she was really shocked because I was never the type of kid to
The
party.
quiet kid in the back of
Yeah.
the room suddenly, Oppa Gangnam Style.
Oh my god.
That's crazy.
Oh my god.
Thanks for sharing that funny story. But I guess, yeah, we can owe Exon, a part of Exon right now, to YouTube and Gangnam Style
It
heavily.
was hidden memory.
Yeah.
I didn't remember it.
Okay, great. So, like, in particular, after that, you got the influence, you got the exposure. So, what made you actually decide to come to Korea, pursue like an idol trainee career and all that stuff?
Yeah, so for me it was also like very random thing because I became the K-pop cover dancer. I was doing cover dance and I was doing the YouTube channel. And so I was gaining some popularity there and also on Instagram. And I was getting some fans. And so I never had like thoughts to become an idol because I couldn't even imagine me becoming an idol. I was like, well, I'm just a girl doing this stuff. I'm living in Russia, very far away. No, thank you. I don't want this. And then like suddenly one of my fans who I was kind of like, oh, I guess I didn't know him by the time. Anyways, so he sent me the link and said, oh, Maria, I'm your fan. So do you want to try maybe this audition? This is an online audition. I'm like, well, I'm just a Russian girl. How can I become an idol? But then she was like, just try. And yeah.
You made it.
Yeah, I don't
Wow.
know how it happened. I'm just like, I was also shocked.
Wow. So this guy, this friend
Yeah.
that sent you the link,
Yeah.
he was into K-pop too, I guess?
He's Korean.
He's Korean.
Yeah, he's
Okay.
Korean.
Wow.
And so I'm so grateful
Mhm.
that he just sent me this link that day.
Okay.
I couldn't even
Thank
like,
you,
imagine.
friend.
Thank you.
Thank you,
friend.
Chingu.
We still text sometimes because I'm very, very grateful. And yeah.
Yeah,
he
so you
supports me a
made
lot.
it into the audition and that was like, okay, this is my moment. Let me fly to
Yes,
Korea.
Yes.
Wow. Great. And what about you, Aria?
So I mean, after I got into K-pop, I often like listened to them. I often like watched other groups as well. I mean, after BTS, I started watching other groups as well, and then it slowly like grew on me. And then I initially wanted to go back to acting. I mean, I had actually stopped acting during elementary school, middle school, to like focus more on studies. So I was like, after high school, I'd probably just go back to acting. But then I got interested in music around the time I got into K-pop. So I was like, maybe I really want to do music more than acting. So, and I was like, after high school, maybe I could try, and let's try and see if it does not work out, let's just think about something else. Then. So yeah, and I tried, and it worked out, and I was also shocked, and then my family was also shocked, and yeah, now I'm here.
How did you get to know there was an audition?
Like, I was a K-pop fan for so long, so I
Oh.
always like knew that online audition existed.
Okay.
So yeah, I just happened to like
You just
do it.
applied.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Okay, just like that. And they are here in Korea. And you've been in Korea for how long now?
Exactly a year.
A year.
A
Okay.
little bit longer for me, but like in here, a few months.
A year
maybe.
and 2 months.
And how do you like it here?
Oh, I love it.
Love
You love it? What's the
Yeah.
best thing about Korea?
Food.
Food? What's your favorite
No
food?
hesitation.
I swear, I can't choose one. It's just everything.
Everything?
It just suits my taste so much. It's like spicy. We don't have spicy food in Russia.
No way.
Indian food is spicy, you know, right?
Yeah.
She
So
said
I
it.
make food for her. It's spicy for me. It's so interesting and fascinating to see her enjoying spice like us. I'm like, wow.
I love Indian food. I love Korean food. They're both very spicy.
Wait, can you handle fire noodles?
Of course.
What?
course.
I can't even
Of
do that.
Wow.
Of course.
Oh my
Maybe
God.
I eat Korean like spicy food better than some of our
think-
Korean members.
Except like Hana, the remaining 2 Korean members, they can't handle spice well.
Yeah.
So like, I think we eat better spicy food better than them.
That's
Exactly.
ironic. That's crazy. But like Indian food, they have a lot of spices, so
Right.
spicy food. So I get that. But Russia, maybe that's
Zero
particular.
spicy food. I swear. They can't
Okay.
handle it.
Okay, great. I'm delighted to hear that you guys are enjoying your experience in Korea so far. So yeah, let me go on to the next question. What was it like in your trainee period?
It was like definitely challenging for me because I had like no prior experience in training when it came to like dance or singing. So when I came here, the remaining members, all of them had like experience. They were all trainees for a long time, or like even Nova, she had like professional career in dancing. So I was like very new to everything. So I just always danced and sang on my own without any training. So when I actually came here, it was so hard for me to like, you know, catch up with the rest, because I had to debut with them. I was told the very next day that I was going to be on the debut lineup.
Whoa.
So like I had to, you know, I had to like catch up to them very fast. So I think that really put me under a lot of pressure and stress. And so it was really difficult for me in the like beginning, but I guess it's all good now.
So did you like practice like twice as hard as the other members?
After like I mean when I first came here, after practice I used to go home and then I used to cry and like,
oh, no.
how do I do this? And then everybody's asleep, I go to the kitchen in like our kitchen was kind of big in that old dorm. So I used to go in the kitchen and practice alone. So it was like,
wow. Well, you're here now. Effort pays.
I'm so happy Aria got through this hard times. I swear.
Yeah, I guess, I mean, like, you guys are the English-speaking members of the group, right? And you guys are from different countries, so you must have been a lot of like, support to each other, right?
Right. We were always together since like day one.
That's good. That's good. What about you, Nova? How was it in the trainee days?
Well, as Aria already said, like I had some primary experience in dancing, so I was doing cover dance for a while. So for dancing, actually wasn't like very new for me, because I've been doing all these practices and with my team, so it was fine. But for singing and rapping, it was quite challenging because I also didn't have any professional training in this. And I think the most difficult part for me was definitely the singing. I remember coming to practice room at like 6, 7 a.m. before. I was leaving the dorm like at 5 some days, because it was even before like our debut song came out. It was just like regular training. Nobody like ordered this to me. I was just waking up every morning very, very early. I came to practice room because like that time we had a very small practice room, and when we all together during like the all together practice time, it was very hard for me to like practice singing loudly. So we just came very, very early. I was practicing singing, then everybody came, we practiced all together, and then everybody left, and I sometimes stayed there for some extra time.
Oh my god. I can't imagine. Oh yeah, see, I told you, like, K-pop trainees, not anybody can do it. You got to have the grit and hustle. Anyways, like, you made it now. You've successfully debuted, you've made some hits, and a lot of people love you. But despite that, what kind of challenges did you face, like language, or you mentioned like loneliness and stuff?
For me, definitely missing my family was a huge problem.
Don't cry. Are you gonna cry?
No. So when I have never stayed apart from my family for such a long time. So for the first few months, I was like, I can manage. But like after a while, it came to a point where I was like, I need my mom.
Oh yeah.
I need to see them. It's like too much. And I was like under a lot of stress. That was like right before debut. So, but I had our like members beside me. So I talked to them. I opened up to them, and then I told our producer, our company as well. And then they kind of comforted me. Like I never thought I could like find comfort from like people I don't really know much about. But then strangely enough, I was like able to find some comfort because of them. And then I often like used to video call my mom, and then I actually didn't really share my problems with her at that time because I didn't want her to worry, because I was so far away. So, but I think that was like the biggest issue for me. And after that would be language. Because when I first came here, like both of us, we couldn't like speak Korean well. And
you spoke zero Korean when you were coming to Korea? Really?
I mean,
Zero.
I did some self-study. It was like reading, and I learned to read and write before coming here by myself, but I couldn't like speak or like really understand. So like after coming here, we like picked it up
What?
Really.
Oh,
So
Funny
you
time.
trained dancing, singing, and then Korean on the top as well.
Yeah.
So like at first we couldn't understand, like even during lessons when PD he keeps on speaking fast and we're like,
I can't
What you
understand. Say that again.
and then he would go slowly again in English. So that's how
Oh.
like it was really hard in the beginning. But now I guess we
Yeah.
can understand.
Yeah.
Wait, we were like before the podcast, we were talking in Korean.
Yeah.
Because like a lot of foreigners, some foreigners take it offensive if I speak to them automatically in English because they know Korean,
yeah.
right? So I was
Oh,
trying to be
really?
respectful and I was like 한국어로 말하고 있었는데
Oh,
speaking in
did
Korean,
they?
and they were like perfectly just like interacting, and I was like, yeah, is this podcast does it need to be in English? You know? But yeah, could you like do like one introduction line in Korean,
Korean?
just to show
Like,
off
just
your
like-
Korean skills?
I mean, there's nothing I can really show off. 안녕하세요, 엑스 노브입니다. 잘 부탁드립니다.
Perfect. Right?
안녕하세요, 아리아입니다. 어떤 말을 해야 되는지 몰라도 물어.
The fact that you just said like I don't know what to say in Korean just proves that you're fluent in Korean. So yeah, wow, I'm really surprised that you could go through all of that in a single year, right?
Yeah,
Right.
a year.
Oh my god, that's crazy. Oh, what about you, Nova? What kind of challenges do you have?
Well, obviously, same thing as Aria, like family and language, but I want to add something more.
Mm-hmm.
So that's some personal thing about me is that I don't really like, how should I explain it? Like being in a weaker position where, because I'm really like a responsible person.
Yep.
And I like when people can rely on me and when I'm sure that nobody has any issues because of me. And so because of language barrier, because of me being like in a known country, I was feeling very, very anxious that I can't really communicate with people. Sometimes I can't understand. Sometimes I was feeling like I'm not giving enough because I just
Right.
can't understand what people want from me. And so this kind of like imbalance in my mind that I want to be very good. I want people to actually rely on me, but I just can't give it now because of like some problems. That was very, very difficult thing for
Yeah,
me.
I remember her being very anxious about
Yeah.
miscommunication.
Yes,
She would always say,
was
I don't know,
so
I want to
stressed.
explain, but I don't know how to do this.
Yeah, you're worried you might like
Yeah,
sound off
right,
rude,
right,
or
right.
Yeah, yeah.
like they might not
Actually, yeah.
understand you.
Actually, some people, maybe because of their personality, they can just like take this kind of like position. Oh, it's not a bad thing, but like, oh, everybody anyways understand that I'm a foreigner, so they're not gonna be judging me or something. But I just can't allow myself
That's
to do
your
this.
personality.
I just can't allow
Right.
myself to be in this weak position. I just want to be like equal to everybody. I want to be giving my best. So that was very hard for
I
me.
understand. I totally
Yeah.
understand. So that must have been a very big struggle.
Yeah.
Yeah. So other than that though, you guys are in the K-pop industry, right? It's pretty intense here. Like a lot of stress, a lot of competition too. So do you feel like fully accepted in the industry
mean,
as foreigners?
Yeah, definitely. Whenever like we're doing shows or like even music shows or like any promotions, wherever we go, we're like perceived very well.
Yeah.
So far there have never been like any,
Exactly.
seeing us as in like outsiders
Yeah,
in the
yeah.
industry.
Yeah.
Like we've never experienced anything that
Yeah.
so far.
That's great.
I also haven't.
That's great. Okay, so this is a very interesting part. A lot of news headlined your group as like the truly global multicultural group. In that kind of perspective, what is K-pop nowadays? Like a lot of people say like
Right.
K-pop was originally like Korean members,
Yeah,
Korean
right.
lyrics, Korean style makeup, outfits. But nowadays we're seeing a lot of foreigner members.
Right.
They're all English songs. It's going on Billboard. It sounds like pop. So like the meaning of K-pop is getting very
Yeah,
like
right,
mixed up,
right.
right? So what is your own definition of K-pop?
Well, for me, it's a very hard question, but maybe it's the combination of everything. Like, for example, the language. I feel like K-pop group should definitely speak Korean. I feel like it's not
Yeah.
about all songs being only in Korean. Of course, you can use English because K-pop became a very global thing.
Yeah.
So I don't see any problems in English lyrics. Also, I feel like if you're doing K-pop, it makes more sense that Korean entertainment industry is working with you. You're like working with Korean like producers. I don't know anybody, so I feel like that's the definition of K-pop now. But that's just like my perspective.
That's very interesting.
Yeah.
So you're saying like the area you're like performing and
Yeah.
interacting with is within Korea, location wise, and with the broadcasting networks,
right.
Yeah.
all that kind of stuff. Okay, that's a good point. Thank you for that. What about you, Aria?
I mean, since like K-pop is based in Korea, it's only natural that the like primary language is Korean and the singers, despite nationality, they speak in Korean.
Yeah.
And I think like foreign members in K-pop groups have existed like long back. And I think when I think about it, isn't it because they wanted to expand their market globally?
Yeah.
Like, so I mean, if K-pop became a huge thing today because they expanded their market. So like if they just wanted to be just within Korea, they wouldn't have like added foreign members.
Right.
So I think it's a very positive aspect. I don't see anything negative about like foreign members being in a Korean K-pop group.
Right.
Eventually, Korean producers, Korean companies invited us.
Exactly.
So they invited us. So I
Right.
guess they're fine with this. So we also like it.
Yeah. So K-pop got what it wanted in the first place. Now it's global, a lot more audience, and Koreans are proud of K-pop as well. So yeah, that's nice. So about EXIN, your group, what do you think makes EXIN stand out? What's the differentiation point with other K-pop groups?
I think the combination of Korean, Indian, and Russian member, I think the combination itself sets us apart. And I think the colors we bring are also different due to the fact,
Your identity itself,
Right.
like the members.
right.
And also, I don't know like what people think about it, but for me, I have this relaxed feeling from our group. I don't know. Do you know what I mean?
I
A
guess.
like-
relaxed feeling?
Kind
What
of
is it?
relaxed feeling. It's I feel like our personalities, the combination of them is so natural that we feel really comfortable around each other, and I feel like maybe fans also get this feeling from us. We've heard this a few times when people say to us that we feel really like comfortable to talk
comfortable seeing them. That's a comment we've seen very often.
Yeah.
Comfortable with each other?
No, like
With
they
each- and
feel
with people.
comfortable like
Oh, with
seeing
you
us.
guys.
It's not like
Ah.
we're not very distant, you know?
Like friends, maybe.
Yeah. Like I'm sure there are other groups that also have this feeling, but we've heard this a lot from some like people working with us.
Yeah,
So
right.
I guess that's maybe a good point.
That's nice.
Right.
That is nice. I think a lot of the successful groups nowadays had that aspect.
Yeah,
They were
right.
really friendly and comfortable
Right,
with their
right.
fans. So that's definitely a nice signal there. So another thing I'm wondering about is like you guys said you saw the global audition, you applied to it and then got accepted. So I would assume that your company wants to focus on global audiences as well, right?
As well, right?
So like do you feel like your company has like a different approach or atmosphere within the company culture, like more towards like a global friendly environment?
I mean, we've like never been in other companies, so
That's
like,
true. So
we don't really know about like how other companies work. But for us, they've like there's no like very distinct
Yeah.
like differences.
Yeah.
It's just all the same.
They treat
it's all
us
the
they
same.
treat us like other members,
Yeah,
like
they
Korean
treat us
members.
the same.
Well, actually, I feel like answering to your question, obviously our company is more open to foreigners just
Yeah.
because we're here,
Exactly.
you know?
Right.
Exactly.
Some other companies, they don't even invite foreigners like us. So
Mhm.
obviously they open to us. And I actually didn't experience any like, distancing from us
Mhm.
because we're
Right.
foreigners. It was very, very natural and understanding.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm very thankful for this.
yeah. In the initial phase, I would have assumed that the communication was
Yeah.
hard. So
Yeah.
how did that work? Were there like translators in the beginning,
like,
interpreters?
Our producer, he could speak some English, so he
Oh.
worked really hard for us. He literally, I think he studied English for us.
Really?
So he was like, yeah, he was the only person who could like speak English.
Uh-huh.
And yeah, so, and I feel like our company
Mhm.
is like very interested in our cultures.
Mhm.
So like they're very keen to learn. So they keep
Mm.
like asking us, they're
Asking.
really curious, and I think they have like so much fun learning about our cultures.
Yeah.
So I feel like there was like never this gap between our,
Right.
Yeah.
culture just because like nationalities or ethnicities.
Mhm.
So like
They're very open.
it's a very friendly environment.
Yeah,
Yeah,
see,
yeah, yeah.
you got to be like this if you want to succeed globally.
Actually,
you know,
for me, like,
Uh-huh.
for me, I came for like
2
before
months before
Aria.
me, yeah.
Mm.
So when I came, like, there was nobody that I could talk to.
oh no,
Nobody, because like I couldn't speak Korean,
Yeah,
and like our members, they also couldn't really speak English, and I
Mhm.
was so uncomfortable for it. And then our producer, he was like started talking to me in English, and I'm like, thank God.
respect to your
Yeah,
producer.
thank
Shout out
you,
to him.
thank
yeah.
you.
Right. So like it's really interesting to hear that your company has an interest in your guys' cultures and trying to learn and make more personnel try to learn English and communicate. So your members are learning English as well too,
Yeah,
right?
right.
So that's a good sign. So yeah. So in general, from your country, how is K-pop perceived, and do you think you've made like a positive impact?
I mean, K-pop is huge in India. Like, if you look at the stats, you'd see like India is always on top of like streamers.
Yeah.
The amount of streamers, like even in YouTube, the number of views, it's like really high from India. So like K-pop is really loved in India, like nationwide. And then when I debuted, I initially like got a lot of attention because I was from India. It's a huge country, so a lot of people give me lots of attention. So and because I also receive a lot of like letters and comments saying that because of you, I think it's possible for me to also do K-pop. So thank you, thanks to you. Now I feel like I can also do it. So like there are a lot of people who are like they've been people who always wanted to do music, but since it's like a risky path, they just like choose some other thing to do, a safer job to do, and just keep it aside as a hobby. But I've got like letters, I've read letters saying that now I don't like treat it just as a hobby. I would like to pursue it like you did. So like especially in K-pop. So yeah.
So you're an inspiration to a lot of people.
Well,
back
it
at
feels
home.
weird saying this by myself, but I've been told that I'm an inspiration
Whoa.
to people. So yeah,
That's great. That's great that you have the blessing of your country and your
I'm
people,
grateful. Yeah.
and you're an inspiration. And I assume like your family is super proud of you as well, right?
Yeah.
Okay. What was the first compliment you heard? Like what was your first reaction from your family when you put out that music video and performance?
Yeah, I think I don't really remember, but I guess they called me, they FaceTime. I don't know. It's been a while, so I don't really remember. But
Okay.
I remember they just showered me with compliments. They're like, "You made it! You did it! Yay!"
Wow.
That's so cute. That's so cute.
We're so different because I feel like from what Aria said to me,
Yeah.
her mom especially is like our #1 fan.
Really?
And like her family is so supporting. They like track every single schedule that we're having, and they actually tend to know about our schedules before
Exactly.
us.
What?
I swear
Yeah,
there are so many
exactly.
times when we're like, I don't know about my schedules, but they already know. I'm
Yeah.
like, oh, we having this interview. Oh, okay, good. And so, anyways, so her family is a huge fan of Action, and so I actually can like imagine her parents like calling her, and my family, they are very supporting and loving.
Yeah.
But I feel like they kind of show it in a different way. So they
Okay.
just know nothing about Action.
What? How is that showing in a different way? Are they
I mean, like-
blindly supporting?
I mean, like, I remember when our music video came out, it just like, I guess they didn't send nothing to me, and so I'm like, so how was it? Oh yeah, that was good. Yeah, well done. Thank you, mom.
Whoa.
Well, I'm not saying it in a bad way.
Yeah.
Obviously, they're very proud of me, but I feel like I also said it to Aria once. I feel like my mom, especially, is like more focusing on me, like her daughter, on my feelings. So
Yeah.
of course we talk to her a lot, and when I call her, she's like, oh, how are you doing? How are you like feeling recently? What are you thinking about? And like this, and obviously she like checks up our stuff, but
Yeah. Oh, I get it. So
Yeah.
she shows her love in a different
Yeah,
direction,
yeah,
more
yeah.
focused towards
yeah,
yourself.
my personality rather than our group. Okay.
It would be good in a while, like once in a while, if she showed some support
My
to the
mom,
group.
she acts like she gave birth to all 5 of us. It's sometimes stressful to me. I'm like, oh, how is Isha doing? How is Noah doing? How is Hannah? How is it? I'm like, they're fine.
I think it's just personality difference.
yeah.
And what about in Russia? Is like K-pop popping nowadays?
It's huge, and I told you like even before I was into K-pop, everybody around me were already in K-pop.
Really?
So it's huge. There are a lot of fans, a lot of like festivals, a lot of K-pop shops, and K-pop themed like cafes, restaurants, Korean restaurants. I swear, I actually haven't tried going there because I was always like doing some other stuff. Anyways, so it's huge. The fandom is huge, but I'm just like wasn't ever really part of it because I was doing more cover dance rather than just K-pop fan.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's huge. And cover dance, I feel like I should mention cover dance because cover dance in Russia is like for me it's like another level because the time and money, our personal
Dedication,
money spent on this it's just uncomparable.
Oh, to make a cover dance
Yes, and
video?
nobody pays you for this. You just do it because you want to do it. You like create the very very similar costumes as like
Yeah.
in the music video. Of course,
Oh,
you
you make the costumes?
yeah, we do it.
What?
And like I have some my of videos on YouTube too.
Yeah,
You've seen
she actually told me that she stayed up all night,
Yeah.
like customing
What?
outfits.
Yeah, you just
Yeah.
you if you want your cover to be successful,
Mhm.
you need to release it as soon as possible. So you
Uh-huh.
also have to make the costume as soon as possible. So
Whoa.
for example, somebody did come back and you want to do a cover in like in 5 days.
Uh-huh.
So in these 5 days, you have to buy all this stuff. You have to custom all this. You have to learn the dance.
Wait, so give me one example, like,
Mm.
which was very intensive for you to like prepare. Like, which cover dance? did you
Okay,
do?
I'm gonna say it like
I know.
yeah, you know. So like there is the cover. I feel like that has the most views. It's Itzy Sombanim Loco.
Itzy Loco.
Yeah, and so for this cover dance, I created the. I swear it's just similar.
Wait, Itzy still though, like from what I know, like
Yeah.
my
Yeah, yeah.
perspective of Itzy's outfits they're pretty crazy.
Yeah, they're crazy,
Right.
and especially Loco. Like there's I don't know if you like remember, but
Uh.
the routine Sombanim, she's like rainbow top, some custom
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
shorts,
Yeah.
the rainbow like
Top.
like stuff here,
Yeah.
and I just did it all by myself.
You made it?
I
You
just
made
made
a
it.
rainbow
Right.
top?
Also, I did the Espresso Sombanim Savage, and they have like pink and black, you know, like military kind
Yeah,
of
yeah.
pattern.
Uh-huh.
I drew it all with acrylic paint. All this
I didn't know
military.
that.
Like it's not the fabric. I did it with
You did
acrylic
it?
paint. Yes.
Oh my God.
I
God.
stayed all night painting this stuff.
So we can see that on YouTube right now, right?
Yeah, but I prefer nobody
Oh,
to
you prefer
watch.
not to?
I
Well,
mean,
the fans would already know, right?
of
Too
course,
bad.
Of course they
You
all
already
know. And
said
I'm not
it.
ashamed. I'm not ashamed. This is the part of my past. This is the reason I'm here.
Yeah.
So I'm not ashamed.
So I'll find it and like put it inserted here and like this is what she's talking
Okay,
about.
okay. I'm not ashamed.
Okay, what's the channel name?
Can I say it?
Oh no? Oh, okay. I'll try to find it anyways.
Or like she can tell you after the show.
Oh,
Yeah, yeah,
I can
sure,
tell
sure.
you.
What's been your most memorable moment in K-pop so far?
I think we have same thing.
Same thing? Yeah,
I
go for
think
it.
like a few 2 weeks ago,
Yeah.
we went to India for the first time and had a show, and the reaction of the crowd was like
It was
very very.
How was it?
They were like cheering so loud for us. We
Oh.
were really shocked.
I swear.
Yeah, and there were people dancing along with us, and I was like, wow. And
Wow.
that was like the first time for us having such a crowd being like so excited to see us. So I think that was like the most memorable moment.
Wow,
so far.
what event was this?
It was a K-Wave K-pop festival
Okay.
in India.
India.
Yeah.
Oh, you guys were in India.
Yeah.
Oh, actually, I received a question about that, like from your fans. Like, how did they think about the performance there?
Yeah.
So you got your answer.
I mean, of course we had some mistakes and we were like disappointed
Mm.
because we couldn't do as much as we prepared. But the audience, they were
It's crazy.
so cool, so crazy.
Wow.
Like we could feel the energy,
Yeah.
and I think they like gave us lots of energy on
Yeah.
stage as well. So yeah, thank you so much.
Mm.
I just think that I think it was our first time performing in front of so many like our actual fans.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Because of course we had some
like
performances
hangs
before.
us and all.
Yeah. They were like, our fans too, but
Yeah.
it wasn't like that the huge crowd in front of us. For us, it was the first time, and I feel like maybe for Aria it's even more memorable because of
right.
obviously it's her home country.
Yeah.
And yeah, but for me, it's my first time seeing so many fans, and it was we were doing the rehearsal before the show, and there were like only a few people in front of us, and there were people dancing along with us, like we was in Keeping the Fire, our debut song, and they were just dancing in front of us, and I was like,
Whoa.
oh my
Yeah,
god,
right.
that's so incredible.
They memorized the choreography and
Right.
stuff.
It was
Yes.
even more special to me because I had my family in front of me watching me. So like it was like the first time in a year. And so yeah,
They must have been so proud.
yeah.
I remember being so tired after the show, but I was just like couldn't stop smiling and talking to members because I was just so energized.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Yes, it
energized
was
by the
like
crowd.
I feel like you give all energy you have to fans, but
Oh.
and fans also give you all the
I mean,
energy
this
they
was the
have.
first time I felt, I don't know if this is a thing like for artists as well, post-concert depression.
Yeah, I know what
Oh,
you
I've
mean.
heard about
You
that.
know what you
You
mean.
saw me sitting in front of the
Yes.
fan like
Exactly. Me
Yeah.
too.
Like
We
that
were
for,
sitting
like,
like this
a good
without
20
talks.
minutes.
Yeah.
I couldn't say anything. I was like,
Yeah.
I had like so many thoughts. I
Exactly.
really wanted to talk, but I was just sitting there. it's
Exactly.
over.
Yeah. That's what I heard from a lot of idol interviews
Yeah.
and a lot of like pop artists as well. Actually, I was watching an interview yesterday night. Sam Smith, you know,
Oh.
and he said also like after the concert he
Yeah.
becomes the most depressed. You know,
Yes,
like
yes,
I actually
exactly.
didn't know it was a thing for artists as well. I thought it was just for fans.
oh no, like artists as well.
Oh,
Yeah.
I didn't know. I was like, is it what I'm thinking it is? And I looked it up.
I
What is
swear.
that? Post-concert depression for artists
Yeah.
a thing? And I'm
because
like,
you
yeah.
you receive all the love
Yes.
all at once, and
Right.
then the
And
lights
then
go
suddenly
down.
when
and-
it's silent,
yeah,
it's a weird feeling.
Yeah.
right.
I
can
remember
imagine.
coming to hotel and just like sitting on
On the
like,
bed, yeah.
on the bed. I'm just staring at somewhere.
Yeah.
I remember
You're like, what just happened?
Right.
it was incredible.
Okay, great. So, so far in your career in K-pop and living in Korea, what's one kind of cultural difference you have experienced?
This is very fun experience, I would say.
Mm.
In India, like everybody drinks tea,
Tea.
milk tea to be exact.
Mm-hmm.
So like it's tea is like had like
Yeah.
drunk like nationwide.
Yeah.
Everybody drinks tea.
Uh-huh.
And coffee is also like we also have coffee.
Uh-huh.
But then when I came to Korea, everybody just has Americano. And it's like,
Americano.
at first I was like, it doesn't even taste good. Why is everybody obsessed
Uh-oh,
with it?
people are gonna come at you.
No.
I'm just kidding.
I'm part of the family now, guys.
you like
Please don't come
Americano?
at me.
I
So,
hate
like,
Americano, by
I
the way.
can't live without Americano now. So
Same.
yeah, we
Yeah.
go to practice room. First thing we do before going to practice room is go to the cafe, get our daily dose of Americano, and go to the practice
Oh
room. And
my
sometimes
God.
when we have schedules, we're like extra shot
Extra
in
shot.
our Americano.
Yeah.
So,
She's
Yeah.
Koreanized now.
so at first I couldn't understand. It was so fascinating because everybody would have Americano.
Yeah, it's
And-
just the easy menu to go to. Yeah, it's
And
just
it doesn't taste good at first. Just a heads up if you're gonna try. But if you keep having it, you'll understand the charm of it.
I
There's a
disagree.
special-
It doesn't taste good
Yeah.
until now.
Oh, really? Really?
Nah, I hate Americanos.
Oh my
So
God.
bland. No. Anyways, that's just
Wow.
my opinion.
It's really yummy for me now.
Really, she's
Yeah.
Korean
For
now.
me, it's like different.
Charm.
Charm.
A different charm.
Because like I also hated Americano when I came because it was like bitter.
Yeah.
why
It's
would I
bitter.
drink
Bitter.
it? Why
Like,
would
why
I
do you
drink
drink
it? But then I understood what's the point of it. Is that
Mhm.
you don't want to have something heavy,
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
you drink it. You kind of like refresh yourself. It's not
Mhm.
heavy. It's like light and actually kind of like have this thing. So you kind of actually wake up with it better than with latte. Even if the like amount of caffeine in there
Caffeine,
is
yeah.
like same. So yeah, I
Yeah.
feel like I understand it now.
Okay. I was just wondering, like hearing all these stories, how well you've adapted to Korean
Mhm.
society and what's the culture shock. And there you go, Americano.
I also have one.
Oh, what's
So
it?
I actually have I haven't mentioned it in any interviews before.
Mhm.
So like in Russia, I never actually thought about it. It's not the thing you think about it, but when you look at the cars,
Cars.
just cars on the street, like it's most likely be black, white, and gray.
Yeah.
Even in Russia.
Mhm.
But when I came to Korea, I remember it was like I came to the airport and we came down to the parking lot.
Yeah.
And I was shocked because there's zero colors.
Oh.
They're all like
Oh,
white,
right,
black,
right,
and
right,
gray.
right.
Yeah.
Actually, if somebody asked me before which colors is the most popular in Russia, I would say obviously it's black, white, and gray. I was thinking that it's same for us, like being very monochromatic. But I swear, when you come to Korea, you kind of just hit on this. You just like look and like, why there's something weird in it?
Yeah.
You never think about it, but if you come from another country, you will notice this.
Yes,
Oh,
I
interesting.
noticed India's a very vibrant vibrant country with lots of colors, and we have cars of like every color. So when I came here, it's just black, white, and I was like, "Ooh."
That's a very interesting perspective. I guess it kind of goes with the Americano story too, because like everybody just likes the plain, basic,
Right.
like
Yeah,
you
yeah.
know,
And even the clothes
Uh-huh.
Koreans usually wear is not like very colorful.
yeah.
Like occasionally they
Oops.
do wear.
I'm wearing black today.
Occasionally they do wear colorful, but it's usually like a very monochrome colors,
Yeah,
like
right.
That's
beige
true.
or shades of
Right.
brown.
That's true.
Right.
I guess like Koreans don't try to like get outside of that,
Yeah, yeah,
comfort
yeah,
zone
yeah.
that much. Like they don't like to adventure that
Yeah.
much.
Yeah.
Like I've noticed that too. Like when I was in the States recently,
Mhm.
there's like red cars, blue cars,
Yeah,
yellow
yeah,
cars,
Right.
everything. So yeah, Very good observation there. Okay. Okay, so it's almost been an hour since we
Wow.
talked.
Already?
Yeah, time flew, right?
You're right.
But you guys are natural
Oh, thank
speakers,
you.
so like I was kind of worried because my stereotype on
Mhm.
idols, it was like, oh, they get a lot of training from the company, so
Mhm.
I don't know how a podcast format would work because like apparently you guys have things you can say and
Yeah.
can't and stuff like that, but
I
they're just
guess,
giving it
like,
all right now.
I guess now you know why our fans
Yes.
think we're so
That's
confident.
what I
Yeah.
was talking about.
I mean, I was surprised at first because like it's the first company and group that like actually accepted to be on a podcast because like
Oh, really?
naturally the duration is long, so you got to talk a lot and
Yeah.
there might be a lot of things to like
Yeah.
nitpick and
Yeah.
criticize on. Like there's crazy fans out there, but anyways, like thank you for coming again. So
Thanks for having us.
yeah, after a delightful hour, it's time to wrap up a little bit. To the people out there, what to expect if you choose the route of becoming a K-pop idol? What are the pros and cons? How much is the amount of work? Is there financial compensation? Is there a sense of achievement? All that kind of stuff.
Well, I don't feel that we are at this point of our career where we can actually judge about it
Mm-hmm.
because it's only been like less than
Less
a
than
year,
a year.
less than a year.
7 months. almost.
So about all the like results and achievements, I don't feel like we're there yet.
Mm-hmm.
But obviously, be ready to work hard. I guess.
It's not
She
as easy
slowed
as it
down a
seems.
lot there. She was like, obviously, be
Well,
ready
every-
to work hard. You can feel it.
Everybody knows this. Like that's the very it's very people think that people know about K-pop industry. Actually, I don't.
They don't.
They don't really know
They
until they
don't.
try. Yeah.
You have to be prepared that all your life is gonna consist of your job. I feel like that's what's happening right now
Mhm.
because we have zero free time. We have
Mm.
zero personal time, and I'm
Oh.
not saying it in a bad way.
It's not a complaint.
I'm not a
like,
complaint. Yeah, it's just thing that you have to sacrifice
Yeah.
because there is no word as like free time, like how you say it in English, like the time when you don't work.
Mhm.
We have
Oh, there's
fixed
work-life
hours.
balance.
yeah, there is
I mean,
nothing. We just finish practice.
Yeah, right.
We finish practice, we go to dorm,
Mhm.
and in the dorm we have to do our work task, like prepare for our tomorrow, for example, schedule, interview, something. There is never ending journey, there is never ending work. Even if you like at night at 2 a.m. and you just have to like do something. For example, you have to like post photos of today's performance or
Right.
something. You just have to do it. So there is no life except for this. And I'm not saying in a bad way because I chose this path and
Yeah.
I knew what I was doing, and I am actually enjoying this because if we have some free time sometimes and I have nothing to do, I feel very weird. I want to do
empty.
something.
Actually, I relate to you a lot because as a YouTuber myself, it's pretty much the same for me. Because when I go home, I check the analytics, I check the
Yeah,
comments,
right.
I do posting on social media, like I do live streams, and
Right.
I prepare for tomorrow's video edit and all that
Yeah,
kind of
right,
stuff.
right,
So
right.
like it thinly spreads all
Yeah.
around like your
Yeah,
life, and it
exactly.
feels like you're always working.
Exactly.
I think us especially, we like the simulation.
Yeah.
And if it's not there, we feel empty. So like
Yes.
if you're somebody who likes to just, sit still and like have your own time for like a long period of time, I don't think this is for you.
This is for you. No.
if you need to go like to work at like 9 and finish at 6, for
5,
example,
yeah.
5, 6, and
Yeah.
you want to like finish it and just go do your stuff, meet your friends or something, that's not gonna work for you because
There are no fixed hours.
there's
like,
Yeah.
there's no time like this.
Yeah, I reckoned the situation would be like this. So, just a little bit of a teaser. So, there's going to be an actual interview of you guys, the full EXIN group, and I'm going to ask them interesting questions, like imaginary questions, like what would you do if you were given a 1-week holiday, stuff like that. Yeah, so be prepared for those questions.
We'll think about it.
Yeah, go check that video out on DKDKTV. And yeah, so what would be your ultimate goal for your career?
For me personally, it would be just like make good and better music as we like grow and like progress and just do this for a long time. I mean, we really enjoy what we're doing, so we really want this to go for a long time. That's like just like my personal.
Wow, that's so humble. That's so like,
I mean,
I was expecting Billboard Top 100
no,
number one.
that's like this
Yeah.
unsaid dream everybody has, but like from my like the only thing I would want like right now is
Mhm.
just to do this.
Great,
For a long
great.
time.
Continue your career, improve every other
Yep.
comeback. Yeah, okay. And what about you, Nova?
I also gonna answer like very in dreamy way.
Mm-hmm.
So actually, if somebody asks me what is my like goal for my life,
Yeah.
I would actually say to be happy, because
Okay.
I feel like that's the reason we live. That's the the thing we should try to achieve. I feel like each and every of us. And choosing this path, like the decision wasn't very easy for me. I had to sacrifice a lot of things.
Yep.
And so I did it all to become happy eventually. And I hope that at the end of this journey, I will be happy.
Mm-hmm.
That got deep, dude.
Oh,
Now
wow. This is
I
deep.
was just like, oh, let's just say this, like, oh, just like say something.
What can I
Yeah.
say? I
This
mean,
is
I'm
this
a,
is
I'm
gonna
a
be like the
person
5-second
now.
teaser, like in the beginning. Like she's gonna come out and say like at the end of this journey, eventually, I I wish I'd be happy.
You're actually gonna do this. I can see it coming.
Yeah, expect that. Anyways.
Okay.
Okay, so to wrap it up, finally, message to your fans and like any promotions you want to do. Yeah.
Noah, let's go first.
Oh, why me?
언니.
Only, wow. So, for our fans, thank you so much for supporting us all the time. Thank you so much for giving you all. Like we try to give ourselves to you. You're also giving you all to us. You're always supporting, doing a lot of things on the internet, like creating some content for us and writing us very heartwarming things. I want to meet each and every of you in person, like we did recently, like on our performance in India. I would like to go everywhere and meet each and every one of you, because that's the whole different experience to meet you in person. But for now, please stay tuned and keep watching a lot of other content with us. Yeah, hope to meet you soon.
Yeah, so support Exon so they can do a world tour all over the
Yeah,
world
let's
and meet
go.
you guys. Okay, and
So like I read all your letters, your posts on like our platform, and I'm like really thankful. I mean, I personally feel like it's not easy to, like and dedicate so much of your time for somebody you have like most probably never even met. I mean, a lot of you guys say that you've never even met me yet, but the love and support I receive is very heartwarming for me. And even like when I'm not online for a few days, or like day 1 of Aria not being online, day 2 of Aria not being, like they count days and wait for me.
Wow.
So for me to like even think about people like waiting for like talking to me, it's like very, very heartwarming. And thank you so much for all the love, well wishes, support. Yeah, please keep doing that in the future as well.
okay, and for the listeners of Korean Pizza Club, what should they listen to? What should they stream? What song? Get them promotions out. Yeah.
Please listen to our recent mini album Synchronicity a lot, the title track Synchronize and the B-side tracks. We worked very hard. We prepared it very 열심히.
열심히 prepared.
Yeah, so please
Yeah,
listen
and
to it a
also,
lot.
yes, we don't know when it's gonna come out, but
Yeah.
please always cheer for us and always support us, even in the next album. Yeah, please stream our next album too. I'm saying this in advance.
Okay, go subscribe to Exon's official channel and their social medias. And yeah, look forward to Aria Nova and Exon's promotions and performances in the future. So this was Korean Pizza Club. Thank you for coming again.
Thank you for having
This was a
us.
wonderful talk.
It was very
And
comfortable.
yeah, I'm glad you felt that way. And I will see you guys next time. Bye bye.